Melanie and the late Peter Munk are very deserving recipients of our Mission Excellence Legacy Awards because they literally have changed the face of cardiac care, education, research, and innovation, not only in Canada, but around the world. Peter came to Canada at one of our world's most trying and difficult times.
Peter, of course, had escaped Hungary and thus escaped the Holocaust.
He didn't speak English, he didn't know anybody, and yet he describes being welcomed with open arms. And he just loved that about Canada.
He felt that Canada gave him everything. It gave him a new life. It gave him an opportunity for remarkable business success, for a remarkable family to be both raised and flourish.
And I don't think there's any question that one of the main motivations was giving back.
He wanted to give back to the country that gave him so much. And knowing he was his enthusiastic partner and continues to be the face and leadership of the Munk Foundation.
With a huge commitment to improving healthcare in Canada.
He saw what the prevalence was of cardiovascular disease in Canada and around the world. And he really wanted to create a center where the type of treatments that we would develop, the innovations that we would create, try, and then disseminate around the world, that was so important to him.
Peter Munk Cardiac Centre opened in 1997. Today, it's one of the world leading centers and will stay that way. We will keep building on what we have now.
I was a clinical surgeon. My creativity was in the operate room, developing new operations. Most of my operations and devices were developed in a lab first. And of course, none of this would be possible without funding, largely from philanthropists like Mr. Munk.
Today, we have a true horizontal excellence across all cardiac services and a true team that thinks about the patient in that horizontal way.
Peter and Melanie are so interested on what you're doing that they frequently came to the hospital, not only for the board meetings and financial meetings, but he made the rounds. Nothing pleased Peter and Melanie more than see a patient that benefited from what we have done.
I came to the Peter Munk Cardiac Centre on December 10th, 2023, as I was experiencing a type A aortic dissection, which required immediate surgery. I spent 3 days in ICU and 2 days in recovery, and I was out 5 days later. There's nothing that I've ever seen like it. This is a center of excellence in the cardiac field that has been created here, and that's unique in a public system.
I have vivid recollection of the afternoon in September of 2017, and Peter made the announcement of the $100 million in funding.
Remember, we're not talking here about charity. We're not talking here about a gift. We're talking here to repay a debt. Does anything compare to the universal human need, the human quest for health? And the hospital is the only way we can deliver that.
On behalf of the Peter and Melanie Munk Charitable Foundation, I'm delighted to announce the commitment of $100 million to support the ongoing success of the Peter Munk Cardiac Centre.
This was about advancing healthcare and specifically cardiovascular care in Canada and around the world. And you could really tell that he appreciated the significance of this gift and the impact that it would have.
It's enabled digital transformation, and for us, the ability to do remote patient management, in particular in the work that we're doing in the Indigenous communities in the North. That is the vision. So creation of this digital cardiovascular health platform, and now we're at that digital transformation where that work is happening. And this doesn't happen without Peter and Melanie's gift.
I think Canada owes Peter and Melanie Munk a debt of gratitude for being the driving force in creating an environment for excellence in cardiovascular care.
It would be an understatement to say we owe Peter and Melanie Munk a debt of gratitude. I mean, in my case, I owe them my life.
Peter and Melanie Munk deserve to be recognized as likely one of the most important benefactors in Canada for what they have done in creating the Peter Munk Cardiac Centre.
We owe them a thank you for creating an institution that is world-class and shines a great light on Canada.
I'm very, very impressed as to what the future holds. And it's going to be about new ways of practicing medicine, new ways of practicing cardiology, a lot of which are being developed in this program.
Peter and Melanie made the impossible possible.
It was my greatest honor as medical director to know Peter.